Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Juju, and in today's video we are going to be doing a reaction and just discussing the LA wildfires. So yeah, you guys, super sad situation, and I'm just praying for everybody in Santa Monica, everybody in LA, everybody on the West Coast, because those fires are truly devastating and crazy. And yeah, so my big thing is, and the big question is, with all the controversy around these fires, are the fires due to judgment, like a biblical prophecy? Is God upset with us? Is it due to environmental changes like climate change? Or was this planned? Because we all know, well, hopefully hopefully we are catching on to the fact that the government really does not have our best interests at heart all the time, right? So let's get into it. Let's get some I found some TikTok videos that I want to watch with you guys and react to and just talk about. And yeah, you guys, let's get right into it. So we're gonna start out by just watching a few of the videos of some residents and celebrities, people who have unfortunately lost their belongings and a lot of memories, their homes, due to this fire, due to this tragedy.
This is our house. My daughter actually was born in this house. When you walked in, this was the living room. And then we had a dining room, and the kitchen was right there. As you can see, like the dishwasher's right there. He also lost his house. You okay?
Y'all need any help? You want any help? I got water and stuff too if you're thirsty. Something small in the middle of all this helps out a lot. I love the neighborhood, big sense of community, you know, everybody knows each other.
I can't explain how it's done that because I didn't see it. The last minute we just get out, all the cars there was burned.
The house is totally engulfed in flame. Have a secondary home behind it. It's gone. The car, it's gone. The trailer, it's gone. Everything is gone. And I didn't take it serious. So I didn't grab anything because I'm like, okay, we're going to be all right. She was saying, hey, get up, get up, get up. And I just laid there because I'm used to going through tragedy living in California 30 years, right? But I just took it for granted. And then at 3:35, she said, we got to go. We get out at 3:35 this morning. We're driving down the street. We pass a fire about half a block away from our home. We come back about 8 o'clock and we see that everything has burned up.
I need you to take a moment and just look at this photo right here. This photo was taken yesterday showing a police officer rescuing an elderly male from the Los Angeles wildfires. Multiple large-scale fires are raging completely out of control, with tens of thousands of acres already burned, thousands of homes destroyed, and at least 5 dead. And even fire officials are saying that they were not prepared for this. With wind gusts exceeding 50 miles per hour both yesterday and today, there is no end in sight. We have to pray that all those that are affected or will be affected are able to evacuate in time. And of course, give praise to all the first responders battling this beast. When natural disaster strikes, we have to come together as Americans. Assist in any way that you can, and if you're going to donate monetarily, make sure that you donate to a reputable charity. Let's pray for all those that were affected, and thank you to our firefighters, police officers, emergency medical technicians, and National Guard that are putting their lives on the line. Pray for Los Angeles.
Is this your home?
Yes.
I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
When did you see this?
Just about 10 minutes ago.
Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
We watched neighbors try to put water on
I know,
this.
that's what I heard. I'm very appreciative of that.
Yeah.
So, yeah, but everybody got out safe. That's all that matters. So we can rebuild.
Yeah.
You know, so that's our...
How long were you here?
my entire life.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. So, yeah, I'm kind of in shock right now.
Yeah. I'm
you
so
know,
sorry.
and I'm
Just watching this house burn down here too. I'm just.
It must be surreal.
It really is.
What should people know about this street, this home, this community? I've met so many of these people. There's such good people here.
That's it. Everybody is so helpful with one another. We all look out for one another. When somebody goes out of town, someone is always checking on their house.
Yeah.
You know, everyone says hello to one another. Everybody kind of knows everybody's business. It's a really great neighborhood to grow up in. When there was 52 kids on this block when I was growing up, and so it was just. It's home, and all of the childhood friends are coming back now and checking on everybody, and it's nice. I've gotten many calls today. Yeah, it's just a lovely neighborhood.
Have you ever seen could you imagine this happening at your home?
No. You know, we stayed until 1:50 last night, and just when the ambers got too big, that's when we left, you know, but we never thought it would happen to us.
Yeah, it's definitely good that they have each other, that they're really banding together as a community to help each other really get through this devastating time. Just super sad.
Here are some of the celebrities who lost their houses in the LA fires this week. First up is Paris Hilton. She watched on live television with everyone else as her house in Malibu burned. Next, Tom Hanks' $26 million mansion burned. Miley Cyrus's house burned, which this is her second house in 7 years to burn. Her last one was with Liam Hemsworth in Malibu in 2018. This is Steven Spielberg's house that burned. Eugene Levy's house burned down, and this is what it looks like now. Adam Brody and Leighton Meester lost their house. Mandy Moore showed on social media that the entire town is burned down and that she lost her house as well. Miles Teller lost his house, and this is the aftermath of the fire. Billy Crystal showed a photo of his house after the fire happened. James Woods pretty much recorded his house being burned down as he evacuated at the last minute. Ricki Lake shared on social media that she lost her dream home. And Spencer Pratt watched from his security cameras as his house burned down.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Los Angeles, California, the heart of the Golden State where dreams come alive. From the bustling streets of downtown to the scenic views of Malibu, experience the magic of Los Angeles. Enjoy your journey in beauty.
This is some wild video. Check out this fire-nado. It was captured by Fox 11 LA in the Palisades fire. This was last night about 10:45 local time. This one's been all over social media. Unbelievable. Yeah, you get big pressure changes, big temperature changes, and you can see those. It's a real thing. There's actually been an EF3 fire-nado that happened in the past. I'm trying to remember which fire it was from. It was several years ago, but just the point is you can actually get these actual tornadoes that have fire in them that can get pretty strong. It's more like a dust devil than an actual tornado, which would come out of a supercell. But my goodness, you want to talk about a contrast in what we've seen across the country over the last couple of days. And you can see this time of year, you know, December, January, you can get Santa Ana winds events that lead to fires. Of course, you know, fires of this magnitude, it's historic, and it's something that all those people are never going to forget. I'm never going to forget covering it as far as my career goes, because this is just, it's just been incredibly wild and memorable.
Oh my God! Oh my God! Everything is gone!
In the neighborhood where Galina Skaya had built her dream home and started a family, you can hear the anguish as she returned to find almost every house destroyed, including her own.
I'm still processing the gravity of the entire situation, just walking down the streets and seeing cars inflamed, full houses leveled.
Her 9-year-old daughter, Minnie, left home for school Tuesday morning and now won't ever get the chance to go back.
What do you think you're going to miss about that house?
I'm going to miss my room, my stuffies. I'm going to miss my neighborhood, walking, going to the bluffs.
Not far away, on a high point overlooking the flames, we found Kevin Pazarande.
I was born here. This is a once-in-a-lifetime, not just fire, but weather event.
His home, as he was able to spot it from the hillside, is still there, at least for the moment. But other evacuees came to this very same hill feeling less optimistic. Matt Baker pulled up in the very same car he evacuated in, 90% sure his house is gone.
I was going to remodel the house in Malibu, started, and I had all my belongings and property there.
After generations here, he's not sure what's next.
Well, you got stuff in the car here. What's your plan now? I don't know.
As we spoke to Matt, Austin Malosh saw our cameras and came by desperate for news about his house in an area known as the Alphabet Streets. It doesn't look good, I told him, sharing a note I'd received from another resident.
I seen a lot of red smoke before I left, so I figured a lot of stuff was going to go down, but it's just more like I want to know, you know?
It looks like a war zone. It looks like something out of a movie. Like, you can't believe it's happening to you.
For him and his friends, it feels now like their whole childhoods are gone.
We were just going on Instagram and Twitter, and you just see our high school in flames. Our football field's in flames. Like, it's unbelievable.
Also unbelievable for many here, the lack of water. Multiple people told us the firefighters had nothing in the hydrants for hours.
There seemed like there was no water. There was a shortage of water.
Here's County Supervisor Lindsay Horvath admitting some hydrants were, as she put it, challenged.
What do you mean by that?
What our public works folks on the county side said, when we build this kind of infrastructure, it's usually built for a couple of houses in the neighborhood to be burning at the same time. Certainly nothing of this magnitude.
Our elected officials are our guardians, and they have massively failed us.
For Galina Skaya, there is just no excuse. She wants hearings, and eventually every politician responsible voted out.
We're gonna rebuild, and that seems so far away for us now, but I just don't know how you bounce back.
Here's the latest update on the California wildfires as of Friday, 6 a.m. Eastern Time. At least 10 people have died, and officials warned that the true death toll may not be known until it is safe for investigators to enter affected neighborhoods. Up to 10,000 buildings have been destroyed by the Palisades fire, which is now the most destructive in the history of Los Angeles County. The fires have forced tens of thousands of people to evacuate since they started. According to CAL FIRE's website, here is where major fires stand. Palisades Fire, at least 19,978 acres burned and 6% containment. Eaton Fire, at least 13,690 acres burned and 0% containment. Hearst Fire, at least 771 acres burned and 37% containment. Kenneth Fire, at least 1,000 acres burned and 35% containment. Lydia Fire, at least 394 acres burned and 75% containment. Local authorities have also issued warnings about looters and scammers preying on vulnerable victims in the area, confirming that several arrests have been made. School is canceled again on Friday because of polluted air. Although wind speeds decreased on Thursday, allowing for air support to help firefighting efforts, officials reported that the winds pick back up again overnight. Red flag conditions indicating high fire risk were expected to continue until Friday afternoon. This is an ongoing situation, and Brute will be covering the story as it develops. Follow along for more updates.
So you're telling me that California, Los Angeles, the Palisades, they're all burning down. People are without homes, they're without water because they let them all run dry. And then you have Biden being briefed on it on a news conference on live TV. And he actually has the audacity to say, well, the great news is that I'm a great grandpa. That is so out of touch with reality. Is anybody even there? Like, that is just crazy. I feel like I am in the Twilight Zone. This can't be real. It is so embarrassing to the American people, to the citizens of California. It's so sad, and I really don't understand how anybody could back him or back Newsom after this devastation has happened. It's so crazy.
Someone caught what appears to be a fucking orb flying down through the fire and smoke in California. You can clearly see it. It goes whoop. Look like fucking Goku flying on a motherfucking cloud. A lot of talk's been going around about this fire and what started it. And nobody got answers. But like I said, this thing was caught on live TV. And multiple people said they seen it in real life. So my question is, what is it? Y'all tell me what the fuck this is. Look. You see that shit? Look like Goku flying through the sky. I seen the slowest comment ever talk about, oh, that's just a plane trying to fight the fire. What fucking plane do y'all know that goes that close to the fucking fire and can do an angle like this through the fire like that low to the floor? I'll wait. A fuck? Who the fuck they think they kidding? Chelsea Clinton?
And I think that, and what, you know, due to a lot of, again, conspiracy theorists, I feel like we all really need to pay attention to what is going to be happening in LA after all of this, because it was very interesting and a lot of people were comparing this situation to the situation that happened with Hawaii. You know, it's really sad that a lot of Hawaiian, you know, native Hawaiians have been pushed out of their land due to these fires and stuff like that. And more than that, like, we know about gentrification, all of that, the tourism down there is super bad. So, and I'm not saying that tourism is bad, but there needs to be a balance, right? And so it's going to be interesting to see, like, who's going to buy up all this land. If anybody's going to buy up all this land, what do they plan on doing with it? Just to clean up in the rebuilding of the whole entire situation. And yeah, if you guys don't watch B-Dale, definitely shameless plug, because in these times, during these times, we definitely need to be aware. We need to be awakening within our hearts and our minds and unlearning and relearning a lot of things, because I personally believe it is a mixture of environmental changes, judgment, and plus what the government is, you know, purposefully doing. But we'll talk about that a little bit later in the video. So let's see.
What's happening in LA right now is not normal. It's not normal. I don't care. I lived in California my whole life and this shit is not normal, especially in the winter. How is it that every year we have a devastating fire and we still don't know how to fix the shit? And this affects all Californians, not just in Southern California. $18 million was cut from the LA Fire Department. $18 million that would diminish the ability to prepare for and respond to large-scale emergencies. That's not strange to nobody. And when the mayor was asked, did this budget cut affect the wildfires that is going on right now? She said, I'm confident that it did not. Confident? It's been 48 hours. What do you mean you're confident it did not? Like, I need an investigation done. Like, how do you know? How do you know? And this really hits home, even though I'm in Northern California. The city of Oakland, in which I reside, has done the same thing. Yep. Cut the budget for the fire departments, y'all. And they closed down a couple of stations and they plan on closing more next month. The fire chief of Oakland said that there is a great amount of impact with the stations closing, but his department's job is to lessen the impact to them. He also said because it's foggy and it's not the season for wildfires, that they felt like it was a good decision pretty much. I'm praying for LA. I'm praying for all cities in California, because if this is how we distribute the budget, we cut the fire department when this happens to cities all over the state every year, that is scary, especially with them trying to justify it. Like,
wow. Such a beautiful home.
There's my house. There's my house. Gone. Nothing left. Oh my God.
This is reportedly all that's left
photographed of married Hollywood actors Adam Brody and Leighton Meester's home. They are just some of the celebrities who have reportedly had their homes destroyed in the deadly wildfires spreading across Los Angeles. Paris Hilton wrote on Instagram that she watched her home in Malibu burn to the ground on live TV, adding, "To know so many people are waking up today without the place they call home is truly heartbreaking." Spencer Pratt and Heidi Montag also said they watched their home be destroyed. Spencer posted on TikTok saying it was one of the worst feelings of his life and that watching this live will haunt me forever. At least 5 separate fires are burning in and around LA in what's become the most destructive wildfire in the city's history. A fire chief told BBC News one of the latest fires in Hollywood Hills is rapidly expanding with zero chance of containing it.
For all of them. This is insane. I mean, this is crazy. I can't even imagine the smell, the fumes, all of that. Like, and my heart goes out to the pets, you know what I'm saying, the animals, the elderly, oh my goodness, the babies, anybody who is, you know, super vulnerable, the disabled, you know. Super sad. It literally looks like an apocalypse, you guys.
Residents forced to abandon their cars and flee on foot.
Yeah, I just leave my car right there. Where's your car? Like I'm saying, you have to leave it and I leave my car right there because... So, what happened? There's a lot of fire right there.
Some evacuees separated from loved ones as they rushed to get out.
The evacuating is really very difficult, and 3 miles up the hill they didn't know if they get stuck in traffic or not. So here we are separated, but we're in communication by phone.
Even the president unable to take off. Air Force One grounded in LA by the fires.
Heavenly Father, please help us. Please help us to be safe. I'm thankful for Jeremy and his willingness to be brave.
Is this AI? I don't know.
Bro, out of this whole burnt
Come
shit,
on,
bro.
bro.
This Bible is not...
Nah, bro. Nah.
That's God. Look around, bro.
Nah, bro.
Untouched.
Nah, bro. That's weird, bro.
I gotta keep that. That's crazy.
I got goosebumps, bro.
I just did too. No cap, bro. That's God, bro. That's...
Nah, I got goosebumps,
You know they...
bro.
Now that is crazy. Yeah, this is real. We better pray. We better pray, y'all. Whether it's judgment or not, get right. Because you never know. So I don't know why people like to play with God in the first place, you know what I mean? whether you think it's environmental or you think it was caused by the government, or you think that, or you know that it was judgment, well, celebrities are speaking out. And the crazy thing is, a lot of them, they probably have vacation homes or other homes that they have as well, so it was easy for them to just up and leave, or they probably were already doing something, you know what I'm saying, outside of the country or whatever the case is. But for everyday people, regular people, and I know like most people that live in those areas are well off, wealthy, stuff like that, but still. And that's not to say that any of them, you know, are not going to miss their things and their materials and, you know, pictures and stuff like that. But we did actually see where some of the firefighters were helping take out a lot of memorabilia, like pictures, helping, you know, remove pets and doing their due diligence with that. So that is good. I really liked that I saw that.
This is your house?
This is my house. This one right here. We moved in 26 years ago. And we did the floors, and we put in windows and doors and painted and just put, my grandchildren loved it. My son and my daughter-in-law, my family, we hosted Christmas Eve and Christmas Day here, and everybody was here. My little house that I loved. My husband just had his 4th cancer surgery. I poured everything into it. My nephew.
I'm so sorry.
I know.
I really am. I don't even know what to say.
It's okay. I don't even know what I'm doing. I'm just. We haven't been sleeping. We haven't slept. We're staying in a hotel. We have nowhere to go.
Are you guys just bringing out their keepsakes?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, save some photos.
That's amazing. Oh my gosh.
Who would have thought? You know, we've all had a really big lesson.
What is it?
In that our experience of reality can change in a moment. Tuesday, we woke up to this big plume of smoke, and then that was a real exciting day. And as far as here and Palisades went up, and Wednesday it came within 150 yards of the house, and these guys with their planes came down and put that retardant down there, and those helicopter pilots they're incredible. We're fighting as hard as we can to save our city. Gosh, I never thought I'd say that.
My sister called and she's like, "Are you okay?" And at that moment, a helicopter flew over my house and just dropped water, and I was like, "Oh, it's raining." She's like, "Oh no, it's not raining. Your neighborhood is on fire. You need to get out." And as soon as I opened my door, it was like right there, and then the first thing I did was looked at the trees to see where the wind was blowing, because it hit me, it blew me back. At the bottom of the canyon, there was cars piled on top of each other. There was boulders and debris that fell off of the off the canyon that was on fire, that was in the middle of the road where people had to abandon their cars. So I said, I'm just gonna jump in the pool. I can barely swim, but I'm just gonna, that's our only way out, because the canyon is literally on fire on both sides. I thought it was just the canyon across my house, but no, it's literally on both sides. There was no other way for me to get out, and if it had not been for the grace of God, of my neighbor's son coming to get their mother, and me going to the corner to just try to flag someone down.
If you're somebody who with a pet in danger or a horse in danger, what do you do?
You can't break into people's homes, obviously. You can't do that because you turn from a rescuer to it looks like a looter. So I'm very nervous about that. But put the stickers on your windows or your doors. Now, there is somebody in the Highlands right now. Katie, I don't know if you're near the Highlands in the Palisades, but there's a house. We're trying to find out if the house is still standing because they had 2 cats and they weren't able to get back in. They were down on Sawtell and the whole thing got shut off, so they weren't able to get back in. So I was trying to get to the Highlands, but I'm sure you know that it's not possible because the police, you got to put the signs on your doors or windows and let people know that you have animals in there. And also, right away, put your information out on Facebook and Instagram because the rescuers, we check that and we look and we will help. We do have the resources. We can help you. We can get your horses, anything. We can get them out. Just give us notification.
And another good thing that I have been seeing is that there are firefighters, there are first responders from Mexico, from Canada, from I believe they said South Africa, all over the world that are coming to band together and help us with this situation. And I'm saying us as in Americans, right? Because they didn't have to do that, but thank God for them. So yeah, they had even some content where Mexican firefighters, like the pilots, flew through and helped, put out some fires. So that was dope.
Oh, there they are. Get in the car!
Fucking A, that was cool. Did you record that?
Yes.
Holy shit. Yeah. Woo!
Dad, stop!
Thousands of volunteer firefighters from Mexico have deployed to California to aid in the Palisades wildfires. A Mexican government has deployed aid and past natural disasters across the United States. These brave firefighters, however, are strictly volunteers who have said that all firefighters are brothers, no matter where they are from. You can follow along their journey on this page. And the president of Mexico has spoken out to say that Mexico nationals are able to receive aid at the Mexican embassies in California. I'm now going to dedicate the rest of the video to sharing some helpful resources. Because I realize that many of my followers are located in the Los Angeles area, the organization, The People Struggle, is offering evac rides and transporting supplies. They are also accepting donations via their Venmo, which is pictured above of LA Animal Services, is providing an evacuation center for people with pets. A list of shelters available you can pause to screenshot, animal boarding and free items.
And I know a lot of us, me myself as well, were wondering, well, isn't there oceans and stuff like that in California? Why don't they just use water from there? Well, I did do a little bit of research and found a clip of someone explaining why they didn't use the ocean water. So yeah, this is just for informative reasons in case anybody else out there was wondering. We'll see why they didn't do that.
Southern California is experiencing one of its most significant fire outbreaks in history. How the fire started, that's still under investigation, but the perfect trifecta caused the rapid fire spread. You see, previous winters had heavy rainfall. That rain led to new vegetation like trees and shrubs that's now fuel for fires to catch. Absolutely piercing Santa Ana winds beyond 80 miles an hour blows in desert dry air. That's opposite of an onshore wind that would blow in moist air from the Pacific Ocean. By the way, the wind energy from the Santa Anas are actually part of a much larger winter storm ripping through the U.S. We'll talk about that in my next video. And yeah, wildfires for sure a natural part of Earth, but human-caused climate change does not help. Warmer temperatures and more prolonged droughts are increasing the amount of fire weather days for California, changing fire weather season to something that's more year-round.
one day. He goes, it's just going to be the right wind, and fire's going to start in the right place, and it's going to burn through LA all the way to the ocean, and there's not a thing we can do about it. He goes, we get lucky with the wind. He goes, but if the wind hits the wrong way, it's just going to burn straight through LA, and there's not going to be a thing we can do about it.
So yeah, there again, I believe that it can be all three reasons. You know, we definitely did not help with climate change in a way we do not respect and protect Mother Earth, right? And you know, I talked about that on my channel as well, right? And that's also a part of judgment, because Mother Earth is, you know, God's right-hand woman. You know what I mean? And the earth frequency is that of a feminine energy. Earth gives life, so it's feminine energy. And yeah, God, you know, provided this earth here for us, and we have not been very nice to it, nor have we been very nice to each other. So that's why a part of me as a believer does know that it is God's judgment. But I also do know that, you know, we have not been doing our due diligence. California, they have not been doing their due diligence as far as the politics, as far as the politicians, the higher ups, right? And we're getting ready to look at the clips in terms of that. Also, after we do that, we're going to look into some of the more spiritual point of views about this whole entire thing, and then I'll come back and we'll wrap it up.
The governor should resign. People are dead. Homes have burned. It is not your first rodeo. It is not. And when you know that you have a state that is prone to fire, and I'm going to give it to you, you've got global warming. You have literally a tinderbox. Isn't this the part where you take the highest income tax, highest sales tax, highest gas tax, and rebuild the infrastructure? I'm sorry. And the reason for me this is super serious is because this guy wants to be your president. This now goes from a California problem to a country-wide
Shout out
problem.
to Dillian Michaels.
I get it. He's got good hair. He's got much bigger problems, okay?
Madam Vice President, I know you're directly affected, so you fire away. No pun intended.
Indeed. Thank you, Mr. President, and also for the work that everyone around this table has been doing.
Biden is
While fires are raging here in Los Angeles, some people are blaming DEI for the fires. I'm a former news reporter, and today I have time. Okay, 27,000 acres burned, 5 people dead. You would think this would be a time that we as Americans would help to rally around those that need. Well, not everyone, okay? MAGA commentators and news outlets are saying that LA deliberately set out to exclude white men from becoming firefighters, and that's why fires are still burning. Now, no mention of climate change, drought, dry vegetation, or winds of up to 100 miles per hour. They're also saying Fire Chief Christian Crowley focused on DEI.
DEI, if you don't know, is diversity. I just had a brain fart. Diversity, equality, and inclusion, I think. I don't know.
Maybe DEI was the focus because of, I don't know, racism in the department, just maybe. Some are calling her a DEI hire because she's a gay woman. But Kristen scored top 50 on the firefighter's exam out of 16,000 applicants. And with the fire department, she was there for 22 years. She rose through the ranks to get her slot. How about you guys use your voice to direct people to places like the LA Regional Food Bank and California Fire Foundation who are helping people? I'm Che. It's news to me.
Sadly, many insurance companies have canceled insurance for a lot of the families who have been affected and will be affected, which is only going to delay or place an added burden on their ability to recover. And I think that is an important point that must be raised, and hopefully there can be some way to address that issue, because these families, so many of them, otherwise will not have the resources to recover in any meaningful way. And many of them have lost everything.
When 91-year-old Dale Short returned to his Pasadena home of 60 years, he found only rubble. It was a house we watched burn just hours earlier as the hurricane-force wind gusts made the fire unfightable.
When you came back up here this morning, what went through your mind?
Well, I have to be honest with you, it really hasn't hit me all yet. I mean, I've got 60 years of memories in that house and 3 children.
Yeah.
Now it's hitting me.
Hey guys, welcome to my crib. You come over here. We can barbecue. Come over here. We could light a fire, but as you see, we already have one back here. Hungry? Grab an orange. And that's my crib. Thanks for coming.
Well, my whole thing about the DEI situation, and I just watched a girl review. She actually said she was 6 miles away from the LA fires, and she talked about a little bit about what's going on. And that was the first time I heard about, you know, what they have going on with the fire department in California and the whole DEI situation. And I talked about this as well around, well, before the entire election and stuff like that. But just knowing how these things work and how the government created all of this propaganda and all of these agendas in order for us all to put ourselves in certain boxes and victimize ourselves. And you know, not just us victimizing ourselves, but literally being victims in life due to circumstances, due to discrimination, due to bigotry, things like that that we have to face, prejudice, stuff like that. But nevertheless, the government does create these agendas and these boxes for us to put ourselves into and become victims of in order for these other agendas and programs to exist, right? So I do understand the need for diversity, what is it? I keep forgetting. Diversity, equity, and inclusion. I gotta remember that equity. So even though I do understand the need for it, again, like many of us are saying, we have bigger fish to fry. You know what I mean? I'm not worried about if there are enough women firefighters, more so than I'm worried about if they are capable. We need capable people in charge. We need capable people in leadership. It's not about meeting a particular quota so that we can be able to say, kumbaya, we've done it. Because then at that point, what exactly are we doing? What have we done, right? So we don't want to progress in one way and degress in other ways. So that's basically what I feel about it. I don't necessarily have a problem with them focusing on DEI and stuff like that, but we do have bigger fish to fry. And it's just crazy how they have, you know, during this time, they have been, you know, putting a lot of their resources into those programs and those agendas versus making sure that they have a big enough budget to make sure people don't lose their homes and their livelihoods, right?
And now we're heading back towards where we live, which the inevitable we didn't think was going to happen start to happen. That's a cabin. There's down my road. Oh shit. God. We'll get out of it. Hit the gas.
I can't see.
You can see. Everything is burning around us. Every cabin, everything. There you go. We're not gonna make it across that road. Shit. Oh fuck. Oh shit. You're good. Wow.
The California wildfires have not slowed down. Next evacuation orders are being set for places such as Encino. Over 180,000 people have evacuated so far as the fire spreads with little containment. The wildfire has burned over 27,000 acres and claimed the lives of 11 people. Over 10,000 homes and buildings have been destroyed from the fire.
Now, you guys, if you don't know me, I am a spiritual advisor. I am a tarot reader. I also have a tarot channel. And the crazy thing about it is I actually made a prediction about what is currently happening in Santa Monica. And for the last 2 months, I have been looking all over Google, all over the internet, just trying to see what is God trying to show me about what is going to be happening with Santa Monica. And lo and behold, I wake up yesterday in the morning and all over social media, all over my feed, Santa Monica, LA is under fire, and it literally looks like an apocalypse.
And between California being on fire and me just finishing reading the book of Jeremiah and Isaiah, well, I'm still reading the book of Isaiah, God is not happy. He's just not happy at all. And if you think that fire just happened out of the blue and ironically, you're crazy. Because I truly believe that God is about to allow things to happen to open people's eyes down here. He been doing it. It's so crazy because I was just talking about this. And then now California on fire. Like, when y'all really open y'all Bible, y'all will see the signs and how today it's like we getting closer and closer and closer and closer. And I might sound crazy. I know y'all hate to see people saying, give your life to God, repent this, repent that. But you need to repent. You literally need to stop doing what you've been doing. Stop living a life of darkness. And it's so crazy because when we in the dark, it don't seem dark until you get out and realize all the things that you're doing is literally angering God, is breaking his heart, because that's not what he has for you. You wonder why you're not where you want to be. You wonder why you are feeling so lonely, so depressed, so anxious. And it's all because you're living a life that God did not have for you. Y'all just got to get right with God. Get right with him. Like, he's not a bad person. He's not a bad being. Like, I promise you. It seems so like lame to love God these days because of the world. But I'm telling you, it's no peace like God. It's no love like him. Like, you can't, it's no better feeling. It's no better feeling.
I just think it's crazy, man. Everything I came on this app and said, it done came true. We are heading to a year 9. This year is dedicated to the 9 ether beings. Now understand, a lot have to fall in order for us to rise. Let's talk about it. Peace and divine love to all the guys and goddesses, all the high vibrational, beautiful souls and spirits. What's up? So today we'll be talking about the California fire that's been going on. Let's dive in. Now I know everybody been seeing LA burn down. Now I see everybody on Facebook, oh my gosh, y'all better repent, Sky Daddy is coming. Now y'all have to think, maybe this needed to happen. The whole world know Hollywood is demonic. How can we move forward and rise if it's shit like this that's still around? Now I want everybody to take a look at this picture right here. As y'all can see, the last couple of wildfires we had, it didn't even burn down no trees. Maybe this is a sign from the universe and our ancestors. Now understand, we're talking about Hollywood, man. The ancestors sitting up there like, man, it's hard for our people to rise because they keep looking outside of themselves, looking up the motherfuckers that don't even give a fuck about them. So what they doing? Getting these fucking clowns out the way. Now understand, we really about to get deep, so pay attention to this right here, man. The planet is shifting. We have the second sun called Planet Nibiru. I got many videos talking about this, and if y'all know me, y'all know I always speak on this same shit. When Nibiru get closer to our planet, it grabs a hold of the magnetic crust. As Nibiru goes by, it let go of this magnetic field that's inside the crust, which causes the crust and the planet and etc. to bounce back a little bit, like a rubber band if you pull it. And this right here causes all type of disasters, man. Earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, floods, even fire. Y'all have to understand, one of the Earth's main chakras, one of the biggest energy center on this planet is here in Hollywood Hills, where the fire is at. Now understand, this red dust that everybody been seeing, yeah, it's coming from the fire just a little bit, I can't lie. But this red dust is actually the tail of Planet Nibiru. It's red iron oxide dust, man. This is why it's red as fuck out there. You feel me? All of this is really coming from planet Nibiru and the impact it had on this planet. That's causing everything to shift and act out like this. Let those with a clear vision see, man. I love, value, appreciate, and adore every single last one of y'all. Ground, sun gates, detox, meditate, fast. I see everything. Peace, family.
See, I love channels like that. I love to connect with people like that who are connected to their third eye, who are connected to the awakening to the planet. I mean, the planet too, the cosmos, whatever you want to call it, but people who are actually conscious and who are not indoctrinated, right? And just getting this information and stuff like that, and just hearing different people's perspectives. I'm not saying that I take every single thing as truth, but you want to use your own intuition, right? Like I said, B-Dell, he did talk about the planet Nibiru, and I got a download about Nibiru in a video that I have to edit. I have not been editing my videos in a long time, but that's neither here nor there. But anyway, yeah, so I do definitely believe this perspective for sure. And yeah, I'm super excited because more of us seers, more prophets have been coming out and talking about what's going on right now. And that's how we know that part of it is judgment, part of it is due to what God is doing with this planet, what God is doing to get his people under control. And whether you believe in God or not, whether you believe in the universe, whether you believe in Jesus Christ, whatever you believe in, you should know that there is a higher power. That is what the age of Aquarius is. We are in the age of information. We are in the age Pluto in Aquarius as well, and we really need to open up our hearts and our minds and start to really help each other and see things for what they are, see life for what it is, and really start to appreciate the things that you cannot buy, right? And be grateful for life. The more we do that, the sooner we do that, the sooner we can start to live on our highest timeline as a collective, and things will get better. But if we don't take heed, if we're not listening, if we're still stuck to our ego, if we still want to live in our shadow, then death and destruction will continue to befall us. And we cannot be mad. They are playing in those people's faces. Not only did they cut off people's insurance, how do you have motherfuckers pay insurance up until the day that you just decide we don't gotta cover y'all and we're not gonna cover y'all and thank you for the money? You either gonna run me my money back or you gonna turn my insurance back on. One of the two. Let's try both of them. What you talking about? This is insane. So yeah, guys, that is the end of the video. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your thoughts are on this situation. Are you in the West Coast? Do you know anybody in the West Coast that has been affected by these fires? Just drop some comments down below. Thank you for all the comments, the likes, the shares, the subscribes in advance. And thank you so much for talking with me, being here with me. And again, I'll talk to you in the next video. Bye.